A reading from the book of Ruth. Naomi had a prominent kinsman named Boaz, of the clan of her husband Elimelech. Ruth the Moabite said to Naomi, "Let me go and glean ears of grain in the field of anyone who will allow me that favor." Naomi said to her, "Go, my daughter," and she went. The field she entered to glean after the harvesters happened to be the section belonging to Boaz of the clan of Elimelech. Boaz said to Ruth, "Listen, my daughter, do not go to glean in anyone else's field. You are not to leave here. Stay here with my women servants. Watch to see which field is to be harvested and follow them. I have commanded the young men to do you no harm. When you are thirsty, you may go and drink from the vessels the young men have filled." Casting herself prostrate upon the ground, Ruth said to him, "Why should I, a foreigner, be favored with your notice?" Boaz answered her, "I have had a complete account of what you have done for your mother-in-law after your husband's death. You have left your father and your mother and the land of your birth, and have come to a people whom you did not know previously." Boaz took Ruth. When they came together as man and wife, the Lord enabled her to conceive, and she bore a son. Then the women said to Naomi, "Blessed is the Lord who has not failed to provide you today with an heir. May he become famous in Israel. He will be your comfort and the support of your old age, for his mother is the daughter-in-law who loves you. She is worth more to you than 7 sons." Naomi took the child, placed him on her lap, and became his nurse. And the neighbor women gave him his name at the news that a grandson had been born to Naomi. They called him Obed. He was the father of Jesse, the father of David. The word of the Lord. See how the Lord blesses those who fear him. See how the Lord blesses those who fear him. Blessed are you who fear the Lord, who walk in his ways. For you shall eat the fruit of your handiwork. Blessed shall you be and favored. See how the Lord blesses those who fear him. Your wife shall be like a fruitful vine in the recesses of your home, your children like olive plants around your table. See how the Lord blesses those who fear him. Behold, thus is the man blessed who fears the Lord. See how the Lord blesses those who fear him. May the Lord bless you from Zion. May you see the prosperity of Jerusalem all the days of your life. See how the Lord blesses those who fear him. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. You have but one Father in heaven. You have but one Master, the Christ. Alleluia, alleluia,
alleluia. The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Jesus spoke to the crowds and to his disciples, saying, "The scribes and the Pharisees have taken their seat on the chair of Moses. Therefore, do and observe all things whatsoever they tell you, but do not follow their example. For they preach, but they do not practice. They tie up heavy burdens, hard to carry, and lay them down on people's shoulders, but they will not lift a finger to move them. All their works are performed to be seen. They widen their phylacteries and lengthen their tassels. They love places of honor at banquets, seats of honor in synagogues, greetings in marketplaces, and the salutation, Rabbi. As for you, do not be called Rabbi. You have but one teacher, and you are all brothers. Call no one on earth your father. You have but one Father in heaven. Do not be called master. You have but one master, the Christ. The greatest among you must be your servant. Whoever exalts himself will be humbled, but whoever humbles himself will be exalted. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord Jesus. So imagine this scenario. In a year or so, Pope Francis passes away, and we are now in need of electing a new pope. Conclave gathers, cardinals pray, and they select a man to be the next successor of St. Peter. The word goes out, here's who we've chosen, but then word gets to the American president, who says, I'm going to veto that choice of the pope that you've chosen. Word goes to the American representative of the cardinal, and he comes to the conclave and says, I know who you've chosen pope, but we exercise our right to veto that via the input of the American president. So they choose somebody else. It's kind of hard for us to imagine that scenario today of political leaders having influence on who leads Christ's church. But that was, in fact, the possibility prior to the time of Pope Pius X. So back from the 1500s up until his day, political leaders, even influential lay people, could have a say in who was selected pope. And in fact, Pope Pius X did not receive the majority of votes. He was number 2. The Austrian emperor exercised his political authority that was within the structure of the church and vetoed the one who did receive the most votes. And it went through the cardinal. But he said, no, I don't want that guy. So they did not elect as pope the one who had received the most votes. So Pope Pius X does something very bold. The very ecclesiastical rule that allowed him to become pope, he abolishes. It makes me think of our gospel today. The religious leaders in Jesus' day, all their works are performed to be seen. They widen their phylacteries, they lengthen their tassels, they love the place of honor at banquets, seats of honor in the synagogues. Clearly, Pope Pius X was not concerned with secular approval of kingdom business. Because I'm sure his move to cut off all political leaders from having a say in leaders of the church did not get him invited to many dinner parties, did not invite him to places of honor. They're thinking, wait a minute, you better give us a say in what's going on if you want access. He wasn't concerned with political access. He's concerned with preserving Christ's church. So he abolishes that rule, and ever since, only the cardinal electors have been the ones who have selected the Holy Father. And I think it invites us today on this memorial of his feast to as well reflect on what is the balance in our life of the approval of external opinions versus what is God calling us to do and actually live. Now, I'm right with you. It's really hard to overcome the desire for the approval of others. That's a strong desire to overcome. But all of us are called to serve the Lord first and foremost, regardless of the approval of others. And the Lord is calling the apostles here to be servants, to be servant leaders. Why he's saying, listen, don't be called master and teacher and father. You are to be the servant of all and not to be seeking that approval of others. So we pray for Pope Pius's intercession today. We ask for his intercession, that we might be bold enough to stand and say yes to the Lord amidst external pressures, and maybe even say no to others to whom we might be granted favors if we were to say yes. I know I've gone through seasons in my life where I am more bold at that and less bold, and so I pray that I enter a new season of boldness with that, as I pray you do as well, and that we might live out what Jesus says here at the very end of the gospel. The greatest among you must be your servant. Whoever exalts himself will be humbled. Whoever humbles himself will be exalted. Amen? Amen.